Hi Mamania, my name is Gwendolyn. I'm not sure if that's the right name to use, so I apologize if I've used the wrong name. If you could let me know what is the correct name if you decide to get the course, that would be great, so that I could speak to you by your first name. Firstly, I wanted to apologize for the delay in getting your correction back to you. There was some confusion on whether or not you had paid the fee. So I apologize profusely for the delay in getting back to you. I see that your exam is on the 19th of May. So rest assured, if you do decide to come on the sentence guide course, we will check your essays within 24 hours once we know you've paid for the course. So that is a guarantee that we will check your essays in 24 hours. So very easy for you to get through the course between now and the 19th of May. So let's look at your essay on international marketing. Yeah, I was pleased that you understood what international marketing was. It was very clear that you understood that this was advertising and promotion of products and goods into a country, and I thought your P1 idea was really good. The P2 idea should have answered the question. Others argue that it is a necessary and economical form of education in addition to spreading ideas, language, and culture. You mentioned that phrasing within your P2, but you didn't really answer that part of the task response. You probably would have lost some points there. The other thing I noticed was that you wrote 369 words. This is way over the word count. So you really only need to write 250 words. Writing that much causes a lot of problems. One, it would be quite difficult to write 369 words within the 40-minute time frame. So learning how to structure your essay and get all the relevant information in your essay and only write more around 250 or 275 words will ensure that you complete the essay on time. And that is something that we can definitely help you with in the sentence guide course. We can show you how to structure your paragraph. There's a whole 15-minute tutorial on there on what sentences to put in each paragraph to keep it to 250 words. So like the examiners, I'm going to not read all of your essay. I'm going to stop around. I won't read the conclusion. I'll just read the first three. I think they're the most important anyway, because that's also what will happen in the examination. The examiner will stop reading at about 250 words, which could be a second problem, that if they haven't read all of your essay, it may hinder your task response and your coherence and cohesion, which together are 50% of your score. So really important to get that word count down. Let's start and read through it. One more thing before I begin looking at the introduction. Your introduction was very, very difficult for me to follow. It was a lot of language and words together that did not make much sense to me. And again, that's something we can help you with in the sentence guide course, how to structure an introduction. It becomes like a formula you fill in, very easy once you know how to do it, and that's something we can help you with. Let's read the first three paragraphs. Owing to advertising campaign that has far greater impact on the sale of any product since the last many decades, sensible promotions that touches the feeling of people intrinsically tie to guarantee of the success of the product. All of that, to me, none of those sentences made any sense to me. And in fact, because you're so over the word count, I would just take those two sentences out. You don't need them, they don't answer your task response, and they don't actually mean anything. I would start your essay here. Some people assert that international promotions are having deteriorating effects on society. No article though there. And to irony, I probably wouldn't use those phrasal words here. I would maybe use the transitional phrase, whilst others, so comma, whilst others claim, singular, no S, that in today's global economic trend, it has many advantages in the form of exchanging innovative thoughts, language, and culture. Good. That is exactly the sentence I would want to see at the start of this essay. It's perplexing to anyone to choose one. According to me, it has more invasive and intrusion for the targeted country. Yeah, again, not sure about this phrase. It's perplexing to anyone to choose one. Doesn't really relate to the task response. Not sure about your idea. Good that you put in your belief. Here I would say, I believe international marketing is more invasive and intrusive for the targeted country. And then what was your feeling about the form of education and spreading ideas? You need to answer both sides of the task response and give your belief. And then I would like to have seen a concluding sentence in your introduction that said, this essay will look at this issue using examples from innerwear and the selling of condoms to demonstrate points and arguments. To illustrate, good transitional phrase there. In the Western culture, people are open-minded and they can easily accept watching erotic advertising on innerwear in front of their parents or kids. I don't know what innerwear is, but I get an idea from what you said in your essay. On the other end, usually the idiom phrase we use here is on the other hand, H-A-N-D. On the other hand, you need to add your article there, the Western world is more conservative, semicolon, so you can't combine two complete sentences with just a comma, you need the semicolon, so dot and comma. They will avoid watching such promotional campaigns, plural, it's more than one. There are many marketing campaigns, plural, involving God wearing innerwear, which is, add that word which is deemed disgusting in societies from Eastern countries, and they might file a lawsuit against such advertising companies as an implication that it has hurt their sentiments and feelings, plural, about their religion. To avoid such kind of fiasco, good word there, companies must, I think this phrase here, must give some thought, would be a better phrase here, must give some thought to promoting their products so that individuals can come forward to buy their products. Yeah, here you've used products and products twice. Maybe use a different word here, goods, something like that. There are a few countries where the selling, instead of in, the selling of condoms and smoking products are completely banned, so marketing companies must understand the target audience and their requirements before trying, different verb form there, T-R-I-Y-I-N-G, trying to sell their products. Ideas, language, and culture can be shared in many ways by means of encouraging tourism, inviting more international students for higher educations, or inviting foreign professionals to work in their country. So here you've talked about two different ideas in this paragraph, and that's something we would suggest you avoid doing. So try to keep to one idea per paragraph. One example that I use for this often in terms of can advertising promote ideas in culture, a little bit along your lines, is that there was an NGO or charity advertising campaign in Africa that was promoting the use of condoms to stop the spread of AIDS. And the advertising was focused on getting the tribes of African populations to understand that AIDS is spread by sex and not something that happens to you from a tribal god, which is what they believe. So that education, doing the education how AIDS is spread, is one way that advertising could spread ideas and culture. Good, Mamina. I'm going to stop there. So I think I've given you a couple of things to think about. I definitely think that we could help you a lot with the sentence guide course. One, helping you to get your word count down by showing you a simple formula and structure to how to put together your essay with which sentences to use in each paragraph. And then also just to help you a little bit on your articles, help you on your word choices, and making sure that what you write is relevant to the task response. So I hope you found that feedback useful. I'm going to send you a link to a video essay or some videos that talk a little bit more about the course. If you've got any questions, do let Ben or I know. Yeah, I think your test is on the 19th of May. We guarantee essay checks within 24 hours, so definitely could get through this course in time for your exam. So have a think about it. All right, Mamina, fantastic work here, but I do think there's some areas we can improve on. Hopefully we'll see you on the course. Bye for now.